it is likely that you will be given a poem you have studied, perhaps from an anthology, and then you will need to compare it to another one you have studied, but you will not have this in front of you in the examination. Think about the themes that the poems you have studied might have in common. For example, love and relationships, war and conflict, sense of place, loneliness. Now, of course, there are other themes that you might have studied, so do check with your examination syllabus if you aren't too sure. We're going to start with an extract from Robert Browning's My Last Duchess from the 1800s, and you'll see this on the screen. That's my last Duchess painted on the wall, looking as if she were alive I call, that piece of wonder, now Fra Pandolf's hands, worked busily a day, and there she stands. Wilt please you sit and look at her, I said, Fra Pandolf by design, for never read. Strangers like you, that pictured countenance, the depth and passion of its earnest glance. Now, this poem often features in clusters of poetry focusing on love and relationships. If you were writing about it, you could start by thinking about the rhyme scheme, which is AA, BB, CC, DD. You can see there is some sort of pattern which might be very obvious from the start, the rhyming couplets. What else might you think about with this poem? Well, it is the first 8 lines of a dramatic monologue, and I'm going to pause and give you a little bit of time to think. Okay, so you might have thought about the first person narrative, my Duchess, the reference to a painting, as if she were alive, which suggests the painting is of a woman who is no longer living. There are some references to someone called Fra Pandolf, and we could probably assume here that this is the name of the painter. Also, some emotive language, such as passion, and if we were to look at it in more detail, it would probably show us even more depth.